roller derby.
Yes.
So we want to know how we play roller derby. I want to play.
You send out 4 blockers and 1 jammer from each team. So there are 10 people on the track that are playing roller derby.
It's almost like a running back.
Yep.
And then a bunch of linemen.
Also, there are 7 officials on the track.
Why are there so many officials? No one likes referees. Does your mom know you go by this name?
Schlitt throat? Schlitt is my real life government last name. And my mom, it's not her last name anymore.
So this is a combination of real names.
Not always.
Okay.
Mine specifically is because my last name is Schlitt. And that just feels like if you're not doing some kind of pun off of Schlitt, what are you even doing?
And there are some great names at roller derby.
Oh, yeah.
I like this. This is my favorite one because it really does fit the demographic of some of the competitors. Mom Van Dam. I thought that was funny. Of course, I know Kimmy S'more, and she's done this for years.
Yes.
You're, at this point, just a younger version of her.
Kimmy and I are the same age.
Oh, you are? Oh, sorry.
It's all right.
She's a mom now.
She's a mom, and I'm not. That's why. So she has the
She's
extra
a mom
stress.
5 times over, isn't she? That's
and
extraordinary.
She has been doing derby longer than I have.
It is Demolition City Roller Derby.
That's right.
And you've been here, you said, what, a couple years?
I've been in Evansville for 5 years.
Okay.
So, but I've actually skated with Demolition City prior to that. So my partner has lived here since 2009, and we've been together for like 10 years. So then when I moved here, it was just after COVID. Sure couldn't be playing a full contact close-up sport, that's for sure.
That was a fun time.
Yeah.
Couldn't do a lot of things then. So this particular team here in town, is it the only team we have in Evansville?
This is the only team we have in Evansville.
But there have
now.
been others, right?
There have been others. So there was a league here called Rosie. If the town is big enough for both leagues to survive, they can both survive and thrive. Like, for example, in Indianapolis.
Is this town big enough?
I would say no.
Okay. Well, I see that you struggle sometimes with just a consistent venue.
Yes.
And I always tried to think of the logistics. They're like, well, they're playing at Swander Ice Arena. Mm-hmm. You got to have ice skates there. But that's not the case. They have some kind of a surface where you can still roller skate just like you could at a traditional stadium.
Yeah, so they actually melt the ice on one side of Swander in the summer.
Okay.
I assume that that's done to help with cost of maintaining.
Sure.
Keeping ice on both sides. And in the summer, you've got less hockey. You know, they still have full floor for hockey and figure skating and everything. But in the summertime, they melt the ice on one side. And so we only have from like the end of May to mid-August to book games, which is difficult because that's a pretty short home season. And we do everything ourselves. So the league is a nonprofit ran by the skaters and volunteers. And so you're talking, we have to get volunteers, we have to get PR done, we have to staff officials, we have to get a team booked, you know, we have to make sure we're marketing and advertising, getting fans in. And then it's also during the summer, which so everybody's got sports, vacation, trying to make sure you're not hitting holidays.
I mean, you get the leftovers from these stadiums and these venues.
Yeah.
You have to kind of, I guess shoehorn it in where you can.
And people are so afraid we're going to ruin their floor.
We're just marking it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, a lot of sports have simple names.
Sure.
You have baseball.
Mm-hmm.
We have racquetball.
Yep.
I had to write a couple down. Table tennis. It's literally table tennis. Basketball. There's even demolition derby like at the fairgrounds.
Right.
But explain what roller derby is because I don't know what's going on. And when I was a kid, they would throw on, some kind of form of roller derby in a syndicated form right after wrestling, right after American Gladiators or something. And it had also had the theatrics of, similar to the wrestling. It had a plot line. It had characters. It had a heel. It had a baby face. It had the elements that wrestling had, and there was a storyline. Yep. So I went, oh, well, that's fake. And it was. and it absolutely was.
Yep.
And then there was the James Caan movie, I think, called Rollerball. That kind of, it's similar in the game in some form in the men's version. And I'm not sure if there were women featured in that movie. It's been so long. But so as a layman, I don't know what roller derby means. Roller derby, put those two together, and I don't even know how you would score points. So that's how ignorant I am to this. But I also see from the exterior, I go, hey, there's some sex appeal to this too. Mm-hmm. I mean, there are sweaty women out there that are kind of bumping up against each other.
Not kind of.
Yeah, exactly. and there's something to that. There has to be a fetish that's met with that part of
sure.
entertainment, just like the burlesque shows and
Yep.
some other groups around town. But it's funny is they all kind of have the same theme. A lot of the common denominators, a lot of the same people are involved in those things, and maybe in theater too.
Yep.
They like to dress up.
Yep.
They like to play roles.
Yep.
They like characters.
Yep.
And I know you're agreeing with all this, but that's the fake part, really.
Yeah.
This is a legitimate game. You actually
Yes.
have, and it is called a bout.
It's actually called a game now.
Oh, it's a. Now,
They've actually gotten
I was
away
told just today when I said, "Is it a match?" They go, "No, you want to sound like you know what you're talking about. It's a bout." I'm like,
So there
okay.
was a whole, probably 10 years ago, a whole thing where Derby already is in a situation where they're trying to be taken more seriously, getting away from the scripted, plot lines. And it is a legitimate sport. There are rules. There's a lot of safety things. There's none of it's scripted. None of it's fake. It's all real life. People get hurt in real life. So there was a big push to change it from bout to game. And so it has been changed to game on a lot of documentation. A lot of people still call it a bout, but it's a game now.
Well, it gives it more legitimacy
It does.
because maybe our team could lose. We went home disappointed.
Oh, yeah.
Those bitches beat us.
Yeah, sucks.
But there are people that are infectious about this sport. I see the photos at Swander Ice Arena, and it's kind of an aerial photo, and it shows that huge white surface. But there's a lot of people that are filling space too.
Oh, yeah.
It does sound cool that you used to do the Coliseum, and I know I'm not sure if that's possible now
The Coliseum.
because it has that top-down
Yes.
view where you can really see a lot more.
And what a great venue for roller derby.
But it looks like it should be there.
Because it looks like it should be there. And, they've done wrestling there. It used to be a music venue. The history of the Coliseum, I think, really leans into the history of roller derby. We have to put down our own flooring because they have a basketball court and then it drops off into tile, and we need to have an even surface that's larger. So we have to spend usually 2 to 3 hours putting the floor down before we ever even start taping down a track or doing any kind of bout setup for the day.
Do other cities have an infrastructure for this, like a bigger place? Do they have more of a venue that's probably never going to change? They're lucky to have it. It's a luxury that our minor league baseball team gets to play in a building that they don't even own
Yep.
and rent for cheap at Bossy Field. So is that the luxury for other teams too?
I think a lot of teams have a really nice convention center that has big open area. Now they rent it, but it's a really nice venue to have a game. There's good air conditioning. The floor is generally in good shape. But you go to places that are in roller rinks with, 11-foot tall ceilings that, the floor hasn't been refinished in several years. Or you'll go to places that they'll play in a pole barn.
Yeah.
And
you can't play here. It's too small.
It's way too small.
No.
But finding a venue that's big enough is one of the problems because you have to have room for the track, and then you have to have an additional 10 feet for the ref lane, and then you have to have additional space for the benches, the penalty box.
Well, the spectators.
The spectators, yeah, they got to sit somewhere.
Yeah.
And so it becomes kind of hard to find a venue that A, has the space, B, is affordable, and C, will allow you to skate on their floor.
You know what they need to do? Just for rec time and physical fitness, they should have roller derby teams for jail. They should have women's prison roller derby teams.
It would be awesome.
I think that'd be pretty good.
One of the big problems with roller derby is a lot of times you got to teach people how to skate.
Okay. I can see that.
So we do
well, in a way that you skate. I can skate. Everybody. Jordan, can you skate? Yeah. My daughter, who's 6, can't skate, but if I gave her a half hour out there, I think she would.
Oh, yeah.
But you're talking about a different type of skate. This is like figure skating in a sense.
Even so, a lot of people that start, so roller derby is one of those, it's got a subculture, so it attracts a specific subset of people.
Who is that? Tell me.
It really kind of depends. It used to, back when the modern day roller derby came to be, it was very punk rock, alternative culture.
Sure.
That was the vibe. Now, it's a lot of, I would say, people that feel a little more, I don't know, a little misfitty maybe. So still a bunch of misfits. Maybe people that have.
You can say what you want around here. You just sugarcoat it.
It's definitely it's a very safe space for a lot of people, and the culture is there to be really supportive and really empowering to different groups.
I think I knocked it out of the park on the demographic earlier.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I did because I know people personally doing that, and those other things are adjacent to it.
Yes.
And I'd also mention that when it comes to local wrestling,
Yes.
and I know it's fake. I mean, we all know.
Yeah,
that,
but also
that
the
part's fake.
athleticism that
Yeah,
you have to do to be able
absolutely.
to wrestle appropriately
You
and
gotta
make
sell
it look
that
good.
stuff. You have to sell it, and the guy getting the move done on him is usually the guy doing the move. There's a lot of that, but that's the same type of promotion. Where you
Yes.
got to have a gimmick. You got to have something to get those people in there. You got to make people. Again, it's one of those sports where I've never understood where people are willing to pay you money to come inside of a venue. They know they're going to be pissed off at some point.
Yeah.
Spitting mad at some wrestler.
Yeah.
And then they're going to leave later and feel good about what they purchased, that ticket. And I'm like, why would you do that? I would not go into a movie theater and go, I'm going to hate about a half hour of this movie.
Yeah.
I'm going to scream at this movie.
Can't wait.
But then when I leave, I'm going to be happy I went. I don't think there's very many entertainment venues or attractions that can get people to foster that emotion.
Yeah. Get riled up.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, well, you just watch a couple, cable news channels to get the same kind of thing. But
Yeah.
you really, you are paying for that emotion. It's an uncomfortable emotion. It's an anger. But yeah, it's, hey, we're gung-ho every Wednesday night. We're going down to the Coliseum to watch these guys beat each other with trash cans. But this week it's themed. That's what you guys have to do. So the promoters, I imagine it's almost the same. It's like cross-pollination.
Yeah. And we've actually kind of gotten away. We used to do a ton of themed games. So like, Derby Deeds done dirt cheap.
Yeah.
Used to do a bunch of that. The problem with that comes along with a lot of people don't know what roller derby is, and then you also have a theme tied to it. So if you already don't know what roller derby is and you've got it tied in with like a wrestling theme or a rock and roll theme or whatever, then it almost makes it hard to market.
Yeah.
In a way that like we don't do it now. Now the theme is roller derby. We're doing way more, a little more bout production stuff. We have a new mascot this year. Our old logo used to be a skate wheel with a wrench. And so we updated that to be a little bit more marketable, basically. And we were having a team meeting, and Kimmy, who always has constant great ideas, Kim was like, oh my gosh, we need to have a mascot, and its name is Dynamite. And so then from that, we essentially crafted the mascot outfit, because roller derby is still skater-owned, nonprofit. None of us get paid to play. Everybody volunteers. We pay dues every month. We volunteer with other groups. We do all kinds of stuff.
It's like a biker gang.
Yeah, yeah.
With chicks.
Yeah. And so we came up with Dynamite. One of our teammates sewed up the costume, made it more look like a dynamite stick, and
What did it look like before?
there was nothing.
Okay.
There was nothing. It was originally a
how do you mess that
wacky arm waving inflatable tube man outfit that we have retrofitted.
Really?
Yeah. So now it has like
It does have that
fuse.
look.
It
Yeah.
has really eyebrows.
That's a first. I have not even addressed the most obvious thing. Roller derby.
Yes.
So we want to know how we play roller derby. I want to
Sure.
play.
Okay.
So what's the objective?
So it's a race. It's
Okay.
always been a race. So,
There's the derby,
yeah. So that's the derby part.
Yeah.
And then it's on roller skates.
obviously.
That's the roller part. So to take back a little bit of the history, started in like the 30s. Originally, it was just a race. So they used to do these endurance races for like, people would bet on the races.
Oh
and-
yeah, I'm into that action.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, I'm not saying
Roller derby needs to be.
you
on
can
a-
place some bets.
Yeah.
There are stats out there available.
How do you score points though?
Okay, so you score points
Just going around.
by lapping opposing blockers. So,
Okay.
for the actual gameplay, current modern day roller derby, it's always been a race. It has historically added more contact, and then around the 60s, 70s, it got put on television. So then that's when it became scripted, and then it kind of fell off for a little bit. And modern day roller derby started in 2000 in Austin, Texas, and is more of the derby that we know now. Each game is split into two 30-minute halves. Each half is broken down into what are called jams. Jams are 2 minutes or less. Every jam, each team sends out their blockers and their jammers, provided no one's in the penalty box. You send out 4 blockers and 1 jammer from each team. So there are 10 people on the track that are playing roller derby. Also, there are 7 officials on the track, also on skates.
Why are there so many officials? No one likes referees.
It's a lot. It's a lot to watch. I also officiate.
Oh, they have to watch so many people.
Yeah, so you have 4 officials. You have 2 jam refs, 1 for each jammer. And then you have a front inside pack ref who is on the inside of the track who is looking for pack definition and also penalties within the pack. And then you have a rear IPR, which is the back inside pack ref who's looking for penalties and also doing pack definition for the back of the pack.
The point is, you go around the track.
Mm-hmm. The jammer.
The jammer. That's one person.
Yep.
On each team.
Yep, they wear a star.
And essentially, they're a running back and then a bunch of linemen.
Yes.
Like in football.
Yes.
And some of the women are built like linemen.
And here's the deal. It's me. I'm built like a square back German shoulders.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm a nightmare on the track.
I'm sure you are.
Yeah. And so as a blocker, so the jammers, they're the point scorer. They wear a star on their helmet. And then the blockers have to play both offense and defense at the same time. So there's a lot going on.
Okay, so I can see that. I'm trying to help the gal that's on my team get around the track, but at the same time, I see theirs coming up, and I'm going to impede her progress
that's
at the same time.
Yeah, so as a blocker,
that's what people needed to know.
You got to stop the opposing jammer and then help yours get through. The first jammer to get out of the pack legally is whistled what's called lead jammer, and the official will point at them and whistle twice and hold up a big L that they are lead. The lead jammer can choose to call the jam off early, so before the 2 minutes is up. So ideally, you want to get your jammer out, and you want them to score as many points as you can, so they get 1 point for every opposing blocker, so every scoring pass they can get up to 4 points. They want to get out as many as they can, and then as soon as the other jammer gets out, they want to call the jam off. They're going to tap their hips twice. That's how you call off the jam if you are lead jammer. And so to basically keeping the other team at 0 points.
Yeah. There's just some disconnect from the mainstream, and I bet it has to do with people walking away from it once they thought, this is sour, this stuff's fake.
Yeah.
And they were watching that in the 70s and 80s when it was syndicated that way, which is fine. It was entertainment choice, but the local people weren't fake, and it really gave it had to almost reinvent itself again. And when you said it's like 20 years later, it had to come back in a different form.
The Parlor isn't just your run-of-the-mill barbershop. It is so much more. Offering the latest in cuts, shaves, and other services for the man who wants to look his best. Ladies, we have you covered too. Styles, color, and highlights that will make eyes turn. Don't forget the kids. Looking for products to keep your new cut looking its best? We have the full line of Suavecito and Grade Before Shave products ready to take home with you. Look your best today by booking an appointment at the Parlor, 2106 West Franklin Street.
And this is a call out. It needs like a boss hog type sugar daddy owner.
Yeah.
That just has no problem.
That can dump a lot of money into it.
Yeah, and maybe lose a little bit, but for the sake of entertainment and his own satisfaction of having a harem of young ladies entertaining crowds every week. I just think it needs that boss hog type sugar daddy.
Yeah,
and then I think then you're over the top.
We need someone who can afford to buy us a venue, pay for all of our travel.
How does a young lady get into this, though? Soccer would help, I would imagine. Just general
Basketball,
weightlifting.
Soccer.
Yeah, anything that has a little bit of physicality would help.
Yeah. So there are some junior leagues. Not here. We don't have a junior league here. But there are Indianapolis has a junior league.
Yeah.
Indianapolis has 4 leagues.
This just seems like it's just a hair away from having that. And this is a hard place to play hockey in. I mean, not a lot of people are hockey fans here, but it just seems like this is just one venue away, or one good season away, or one consistent season of fans away from not having to have everybody volunteer for every job.
I think, too, this year very specifically, because we've been working to, like, raise money. We've gotten some good sponsors. We've been able to kind of reinvest back into our bout production. So we bought a new PA system. So we have the house PA system at Swander.
It's not very good.
It's not great.
Oh, no, it cuts out all the time. I've done games there. It's terrible.
So we bought a PA system so that we can run music and have our announcer. That way everybody can be heard. We bought a new projector so that you can see our scoreboard better.
How did they come up with their nicknames? Because it's almost, and I hate to say this, please, it's almost like the artists at gentlemen's clubs. That's how I put it.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely very, like, pick your persona. A lot of them are puns.
Yeah.
People love a good pun. But generally, you pick your own name. Sometimes your team names you. You also have to think about, like, what are they going to shorten it? So, like, Spitfire goes by, we call Spitfire Spiffy, because Spitfire is too much syllables to get out on the track because there's a lot of talking going on.
Yeah, but so is Mom Van Dam.
Yeah.
How do you?
We just call her Mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so do other people.
Kimmy S'mores Kimmy. My derby name is Schlitt Throat. Everybody just calls me Schlitt.
How old can you be to still compete in this? I mean, you said, I'm not going to tell everyone your age, but I mean,
I'm getting dangerously close to
you're
30.
well out of college eligibility.
Yeah, and I didn't start playing until I was 25. Okay. I mentioned there's some junior leagues. So you have some people now, the junior league's been around enough, so these juniors are aging up. They're turning 18 and joining adult leagues. So juniors age range from like age 7 is the youngest.
There's
to
kids
17.
playing roller derby at age 7?
Yeah. There's different levels for juniors. So they have
I
like
need to get my
non-contact.
daughter. My daughter needs to get involved. That'd bruise her up good.
That's right. And not here, but I've definitely done some car wash fundraisers.
Yeah, I can see you guys getting some attention.
A lot of people would rather have adult women in bikinis wash their cars. Like,
yeah,
they'll pay some
nowadays
money
I
for
think
that.
that's more appropriate.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
In the time we live in,
Yeah,
I haven't
definitely
seen
more appropriate.
I haven't seen as many high school girls out doing the car washes lately.
No, because it's inappropriate.
That's weird. Yeah, that's a good
Talk
idea.
about a good fundraiser, though.
No, that's great for you guys.
And again, you're getting out in the community. If you can partner with like a Harley Davidson place and like do a bike wash, that kind of deal, that really kind of brings in, again, people who want to watch roller derby. You know, talking about demographics, kids love derby, old women love derby, bikers love derby. I mean, a lot of people really enjoy it. Anyone who can like just get in there and like pick a team and get rowdy about it, I think is, you know, we have people that join the team that have never played a sport before, don't know how to skate, have never done any kind of athleticism at all. And then you have people that are like all former athletes and they're adults and they're looking to get back into playing a sport. They want that team spirit. There is a place for both of those types of people in derby.
I mean, city softball gets a little boring after a while. I think this is more. This is a lot more exciting.
Yeah, and we do train skaters. That I mean, I'll teach whoever how to skate. I'll teach you how to skate. I'll teach you the rules. I'll teach you how to take a hit. Well, now here too, they built the skate park.
Why didn't they put a roller derby thing in there? That would be a good idea for Boss Hog.
Yeah, from our new
purchase.
owner.
Yeah, your
our
new owner,
sugar
Boss
daddy owner.
Hog. But you know, when they built the skate venue down there, they did
Yeah.
it in the form of skaters,
Yes.
skateboarders. Why
But,
can't they?
They do have. There is a flat area that is like similar to a derby track. It's not quite sizable enough. I know that we did have people, former skaters and current skaters, retired skaters, who did go down and like talk to them about it. And I think ultimately, I don't know who the decision maker was, but ultimately they deemed the layout differently. But they also do they do a girls skate there where they like encourage like all girls to come out and skate, and you can do skateboard or blades or scooters or roller skates, quads. And then there's a group, Skate 812. They also do a skate night where they will they'll like teach people how to jam skate, like how to dance skate. And
The
they're a
boogie
really
skate.
cool
That's the
group.
boogie skating. That
Yeah.
was back in the day.
And I have a teammate that goes all the time, so we try to make it if we can.
You should try to rent out that new sinkhole downtown.
Oh yeah, we should pour some
that'd be
concrete in there. It'd probably be fine.
That
Is it rink?
would speed things up a bit, wouldn't
We
it?
could do like a
then they could
real-
look down in it.
Like a real rollerball
Yeah,
situation.
They look down in it. They
Yeah.
just gather around and look down into the sinkhole.
into the sinkhole. We do recruitment once a year and start new skater training. It's generally toward the end of the year, so that we can have people basically trained up and ready to start training hard in January at the beginning of the year. And so our goal right now is to get enough people to have a full A and a full B team. So right now we just have not quite enough to be able to do that. We really need like 10 more people to be committed.
But again, I wanted to have you on early
Yeah.
in this little venture because I thought, well, that's an interesting angle. That's a lifestyle I've never really looked into.
And the derby team here, I mean, our league is 18 years old. Like we've been around. And again, we played at the Coliseum.
I really think
and
you
it's
need to go
wandered.
back there when they open back up.
Well, I was really hoping a couple years ago we were going to maybe be able to do both. And then Swander ended up doing maintenance. So we ended up losing Swander for that season. So then we were back at the Coliseum full time, which at least at the Coliseum, you can expand your season a little bit more because it doesn't have to only be in the summertime.
Yeah, you just got to fight with bingo.
Yeah. And then not a big deal. They're like, as long as you don't have to lay your floor Friday night, then it's fine. And we have flooring in storage, so like we can play anywhere. Let us put our flooring down out at Bossy Field.
Maybe Boss Hog's listening.
Yeah, maybe.
I know we started with bout. What is it
game.
again now?
Game.
Okay, it's a game. I had it in my mind it was a match, so I've been wrong twice. But how long are these contests?
So it's 2 30-minute halves, and there's generally like a 15-minute
But if I'm there, I'm
intermission.
going to go to, say it starts at 7.
Sure.
What time am I out of there?
If the first game starts at 7, 1 game or 2 games. Generally,
just
there's a
one.
doubleheader.
I'm just going to pay my admission to get in. If there's a doubleheader, no, I'm just going to go to 1 game.
Okay. You would probably be out of there if the game starts at 7. You would be out of there for sure by 9.
Okay, it's
Maybe
like a
little
hockey
earlier.
game or a basketball game.
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
bad. It's not super long. Now we do generally host doubleheaders.
I would imagine so because you can really take advantage of the venue time.
Yep. And our second game, we host a mixer. So we invite skaters from other teams to come. It's open gender. Those skaters pay to play. So it's like generally a small fee to pay to skate, which helps cover our venue costs because we rent the venue. It's expensive. Ticket sales and skater fees for the mixer generally cover our costs. Like we generally, we don't make a crazy profit, but we make enough to like not have to be concerned about if we can pay for our next game.
Yeah.
So, and we're generally fully out of the venue. We're out of the venue by 10 o'clock. And that
Can you
includes,
drink beer at a venue like this?
Well, we used to be able to.
Wait a minute. I think that would go hand in hand. I
It
need
does.
I need
And
a beer at the game.
I also need a beer at the game.
Yeah,
Not while I'm
I can drink a
playing.
beer at an Aces or a hockey game or
Yeah.
the Otters.
So we used to serve beer at Swander, and we've always served beer at the Coliseum. Of course, in Indiana, you have to have a police officer if you serve beer.
Yeah, and I imagine at the
Which you also have to pay
at the
for.
Coliseum, you have to have a sheriff's deputy down there too to kind of watch
Probably.
things. Yeah, it's
Probably.
county owned.
Yeah. So, which totally fine because we want to be able to serve alcohol, and drinking does make roller derby a little more fun. You wanna like drink and heckle a little bit. That's the time to do it. However, Swander currently, we had a game and we just like didn't sell enough alcohol, and so they didn't staff. They're like, we're not going to staff it anymore, which they currently don't even have concessions.
You're trying to play both sides of this. You want it to be a family-oriented
Yeah, it
event.
needs to be family friendly. Like nobody
Yeah.
needs to be acting a fool. I think if you put forth a little bit of effort, you can always find common ground with someone.
And it's happening at roller derby right now.
It is happening at roller derby right now.
I saw a pretty
It's a pretty diverse group.
Yeah, if you look at some of those aerial shots, there's families in there. There's
yeah.
some grizzled men in there. And
yeah.
Again, they're getting their rocks off. I know why they're there. They are, because you guys wear some very, very tight shorts like the volleyball players do.
Yeah,
But again,
a real-
athletic, you're wearing it well.
I told somebody, I mentioned the term hot pants the other day, and some people who are younger than I am, they were like, what are hot pants? It's part of it.
Again,
It's the same way with like the derby names. There is very much, derby has moved to a more legitimized sport. So like the actual gameplay is all, legitimate sport. People are working hard. People practice hard. I mean, I spend a lot of time practicing and training people. People travel. It's expensive. But we're still going to go out there. We got our game day makeup on. It's got our game day outfit on, feeling fierce. You've got your derby name, whether or not it is closer to your actual personality or a full-on. Some people are like, this is my derby time and not my other lifetime. And they do that and compartmentalize and, have their persona that they're putting out there. And when we're leaning in, we've got a mascot. We have a brick wall we skate through intros that we've made. We're going to play up some of the entertainment aspects. Now, the gameplay is going to be legitimate, but we're also going to be out there looking good doing it and having a good time.
If you could play a different sport, maybe a more male-oriented sport, more traditionally male sport, what would it be? What would you match up with best?
I mean, probably football.
Yeah.
I play rugby, but, there's also, like, pretty solid women's rugby. But I do like a more physical sport. I don't know. Skating's so much fun. It's hard to beat roller derby.
Well, now that you're in
you
it.
know, probably hockey too. Which again, there's women's hockey.
Yeah.
I haven't been on ice skates in a long time, but
Is it just as easy?
to ice skate, it's different. It's different. I think roller skating's easier. I think ice skates are a little hard on your ankles. You know.
You feel it in your thighs.
Yeah.
You really got to bend your knees.
Yeah.
And I always hated falling on the ice because then I naturally want to put my fingers.
Yeah.
Because who's going to skate by now? You know, my hands are on the ground. I always feel sorry for those hockey players when I see their gloves come off. I'm like, get your hands off the ice.
I tell people all the time.
I mean,
when
same
they
with the
when
roller.
they hit I'm like, you better close your hands up. We have wrist guards.
Oh,
so
my gosh.
Safety gear we wear, helmet, mouth guard, elbow pads, wrist guards, knee pads.
Yeah, but rolling over someone's fingers, oh.
It's bad. I mean, people break their fingers and stuff. I mean, it's not uncommon. People get concussions. I mean.
Well, I mean, it's a bruising sport for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Just it's an intriguing world you live in.
Yeah.
It really is. I hope more people. What do you think will happen in the next, like, I don't know, 10 years? Do you think? Because I mean, you did say there was a push for the Olympics. There are things that are in the Olympics now that don't need to be there. But there's also been a push for new age sports. You have
Yes.
skateboarding.
Yep.
You have snowboarding. You have a lot of boarding.
Yeah.
But there's things that weren't necessarily considered sports before, but they are being forced down their throats now. They
Yeah.
can't ignore it.
I would love for roller derby to get into the Olympics, and maybe. I will say the rule set that we're skating under now is so much better for like the fan base and also just gameplay and like keeping the game moving that it's definitely roller derby as a whole is better because of it.
I know Evansville's had a long history in this, and I know we have some great venues. I really do think you need to get back to the Coliseum and then get Boss Hogg involved, whoever
Yeah.
that may be.
Get in the Coliseum and Swander so we can have full year of venues. Bring alcohol back.
Where can folks go to find out more?
Demolition City rollerderby.com.
You guys need a calendar too.
We do need a calendar. We've talked about doing a calendar.
That's a good one.
But you know what? It's expensive to produce and manufacture a calendar that you can only sell for a year. We have really great coloring books right now that we sell at our merch table that have drawings of all of the skaters on the team. We have volume 1 now, so we'll keep building those up. And we have all kinds of merch. Our social media is probably if you're really looking for information, Facebook, Instagram. We have a TikTok.
Well, I can assure you that the only reason people like firefighters is not because they save lives. It's because they have
'cause they have a
calendars.
calendar.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming in and explaining this to everyone else and me.
Well, thank you for having me. Come to a game. Check it out. It's awesome.
Perfect. All right.